Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free beer night. And the beer we're going for tonight is from Mash Gang. It's this one. It is from Devastation to Bliss. And that is a low alcohol fruited wheat beer weighing at 0.5% ABV. As always, the artwork is banging. It's just got old school vibes of, well, old school tattoos crossed with 1980s era copying machines. I like it. And on the side of the can, it says that it's smooth, floral, and light. And it is a delightfully devilish wheat beer based on a traditional Belgian favourite with subtle red berry and Turkish Delight aromas. We wanted a loved-up spring is here brew to welcome the first rays of sunshine, then package it in some of the most brutal packaging we've ever done. Well, I must say, yeah, totally agree. It's great packaging. Love it. It's arguably some of my favourite Mash Gang stuff without the skulls and whatnot. It's properly cool. And yeah, we've got an ingredients list that includes the usual water, malted barley, oats, wheat, hops, yeast, orange peel, raspberry puree, and rose extract with your hops listed as Hallertau and Mittelfreude. Apologies again for my German enunciation. And your adjuncts are orange, rose petals, and raspberry. So there we go. This could go badly because I hate with a passion Turkish Delight. Or let's be more specific here. Fries Turkish Delight. I don't. It's too much. Real Turkish Delight from Turkey, which I sampled earlier last year, is utterly stunning, and I'm hoping this is more those sort of vibes. So without further ado, let's get it out and into a glass and see what we think. Pouring into my little Mash Gang tub glass. Because reasons, and the pour is, look at that, it's like honey. It does, however, highlight my need to clean my glassware a bit better. So, we've got a honey-coloured beer. It looks really quite hazy, quite thick. We've got a nice white head on it. That's your beer up close in a glass. Colour I can see on my little camera screen is a little bit darker than it actually probably is, but rest assured, through these lights and whatnot in the room, there's a nice honey vibe going on. So it looks great. Let's have a whiff. That's delicate. It's delicate in a good way. The orange is subtle. There's a sharpness coming through. The floral note that they're referring to, it is light. And for me, that's a good thing. Because rose, for me, should be looked at, should be smelled, maybe not ingested. Yeah, it's a delicate thing, and that's a good thing for me, like I just said. So, looks good, smells good. See what it tastes like. Cheers. It works. It does work, and the reason it works is because it is subtle. The wheat beer base is great. The orange, fresh. The raspberry is working with that rose, and it's subtle. I was expecting bad things. I'm going to be honest, and this was the one beer that I thought if I ordered it would potentially be the first Mash Gang beer that I don't like, because of the rose. But I've always said, and I will maintain, that Mash Gang beers are great. They're a little bit out there at times, and in a good way. But with that comes that there's a little bit of trust that comes between me and Mash Gang, in my opinion. I trust them to make great beer, and they do. And they've not gone overboard. They could easily have gone OTT with this one and completely and utterly destroyed what is a great beer. Body is great, light to medium. Carbonation is superb. It's fresh, it's popping. It's clean, it's crisp. The flavours, like I say, subtle, elegant flavours. And I think it's a weird word to use when I'm describing a mash gang beer. It's an elegant presentation of the rose with the raspberry. And yeah, the loved up beer for welcoming those first rays of sunshine where it's dark outside now. And I'm stuffed full of Chinese food. Loved up. It's Valentine's Day this week, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably what. It's probably angled at that. I don't know. But I can tell you the beer is lovely. I can. And the aid memoir from Untapped also tends to agree. Now, there haven't been a huge amount of check-ins because it's still a recently introduced beer to the Mash Gang lineup. There have been 24 check-ins, 1 from someone I know, 4.03 average, 5 from the one person I know. That's a damn fine set of scores, even on those low check-ins, from Devastation to Bliss. I love the name as well. Devastation on the outside, Bliss on the inside, in case people didn't get the gist. Let me just fill in the board because I've forgotten to put some stuff in. Put the bonuses on, the buy again, the value for money, and the full bonus. Write that on, and just for clarity, otherwise void. So let's give it some. The looks, we know it looks good. We saw it earlier, but we're going to just give ourselves a gentle reminder of that beautiful, beautiful haze, that beautiful honey colour. Look at it. Look at that. That up close. It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful beer. Beautiful beer. Can't fault it. It looks like a wheat beer should, so it's having a point. The aroma is subtle, as I mentioned. Had that rose been overpowering, it would have killed it off the bat for me, but it's not. It's subtle. It plays lovely with that raspberry and that freshness of the orange. It is crazy, but it works. Yeah, giving it a point. Body. This body for wheat beer is good. It's light to medium. I've had heavier. I like heavier, but not by much. Not by much. I'm going to give it the 0.75. Carbonation is superb. It allows those flavours to burst and really get around the mouth, but I just want a little more heft if possible. Taste, can't fault it. It is superb. The orange comes through lovely. It's fresh and clean and provides a nice base for that raspberry to latch onto. And the rose is just so subtly perfuming in the mouth. It's one of those, if you didn't know it was there, you might miss it. But because you do, and when those flavours develop and kind of fade in the back of your mouth, you start to notice that little floral edge. And it is light. And that for me is a good thing. So yeah, but can't fault it. Can't fault it at all. Would I change it? No, I wouldn't, because then it wouldn't be great. So I'm going to give it a point. And the finish is dry. I like the dry finish. I had this last week with the other one, the Blue Moon clone, and that was superb. Same kind of finish. I wouldn't mind betting it's the same beer with some different flavouring thrown in for good measure, and it works. I like it. I've got that so subtle rose coming through on the back end. I'm still getting that nice subtle bitterness of that orange peel. And it's slightly pithy, slightly orange oily. Nice. I like. Yeah, it's having a point. So, from Devastation to Bliss, it's got 4.75 out of 5. Would I buy it again? If you'd have asked me this before I bought the beer, I probably would have said, I don't think I would. After tasting it, I would. Yeah, absolutely. Next one goes without saying. I won't repeat myself. Apart from this one bit, all Mash Gang beers are value for money. We'll leave it there. There's no getting away from that fact. And the full bonus point it can't have, sadly, because it didn't get a full 5 out of 5. But 4.75 out of 5 and a bonus for buy again and value for money cannot be sniffed at all. So, arguably, my favourite can artwork and one of the tastiest alcohol-free beers I've had. And certainly the first one I've knowingly had with rose petals in it. So there we go. Roses on the can, roses in the can. And yeah, from Devastation to Bliss, great tasting beer to end this Friday night. So yeah, ladies and gents, boys and girls, be upstanding. That has been a rather tasty beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.